Hi, I'm John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Welcome to another edition of Handicapping Your MBA Odds. I'm here with my partner in crime,
Sandy Kreisberg, the HBSGuru.
And we have someone we're going to call Mr. Fulbright because he got
Mr. Fulbright Food Security.
Exactly, that's his
passion. It could be a woman, but unidentified by gender, but
indeed.
Save your outraged letters. It reads mail to me using gender stereotyping.
He's got a 720 GMAT. He went to a mid-tier public university.
Did very well there.
Very well. 5 out of cap as a junior, 3.7 GPA. He says less than 1% of the class gets the award.
No,
the award being the Chancellor's Distinction Award.
Yeah, he also won the Chancellor's Distinction Award,
which is given to only 48 people out of 7,000
so
in
that
the
gives you an
honors
idea
program.
It gives you an idea of what how big the school is.
And that got him into a Fulbright Research Scholar for a year, investigating urban agriculture in Asia.
This guy is interested in sustainability. He's not so interested in food security. He's more interested in food sustainability.
Yep.
And by security, he doesn't mean drought. He means that people should have access to food.
Right. Because he actually has done some volunteer work in rural Costa Rica on sustainability agriculture.
Exactly. Investigating urban agriculture in Asia. That was his Fulbright, and policy recommendations. And this guy he's a classic dual degree guy. He's applying to the Harvard Kennedy School and Harvard Business School.
And he leveraged that Fulbright into a really good job as associate.
Okay, and then he's got a job after the Fulbright.
Associate product manager at a Fortune 100 tech firm.
Okay, slow that down.
Yeah.
He's an associate product manager, which is a good gig. Yep. Product manager is a real job, and associate, my guess, is how you start.
And Fortune 100.
It's at a Fortune 100 company, okay? Also known as feeder firm. Yeah, talk about food security. How about food security to people feeding Harvard, Stanford, and Wharton Business School?
Even better in the tech industry.
Yes.
Now.
So he's got a tech job at a Fortune 100 company.
And then add what he's working on. It's even better than that because he's working on artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things.
The Internet of Things, which...
So, Sandy, what is the Internet of Things?
Which I will...
You're very hip.
I will tell you a tale out of school. Before we rolled the tape, I asked John Byrne here what the Internet of Things was, and he did not know.
No. Or I guess the definition that you said was no, that's not that. So what is it?
The Internet of Things is using information that you gather typically through things like sensors.
Wearables,
or sensors in machines that then get reported to the Internet, and the Internet is used for analyzing that.
Right. And he has another interesting wrinkle in his profile. He started his own organization.
Yeah.
It's a startup. That's not just an ordinary startup. In fact, it has 12 staff members. It raised seed funding. It won 4 competitions, and it was accepted into his university's incubator. Pretty solid stuff.
What was the mission of the startup?
To empower people to grow their own food in urban areas. So that all lines up very nicely with his profile and what he kind of wants to do, his passion.
Feed the world.
Yep.
Yes.
So his short-term goal is to join MBB and to work in public sector consulting. His long-term...
Can't go wrong. Yeah. What do you think about that as a short-term goal?
I think that's a great goal. They do an awful lot of recruiting at business schools. They're the #1 recruiter at most schools. And
those
places
places are total prestige. You know, John will tell you a nice word for whore. Okay, they're totally focused on prestige. They go for Fulbrights,
yep.
big time.
And the Fulbright makes up for the mid-tier public university.
Yeah, okay? Yeah. So this is a classic case of an up from the middle tier. This is the kind of raise yourself by your bootstraps case that McKinsey, BCG, and Bain acknowledge.
And when they do look at a mid-tier university undergraduate education,
they're looking for guys like
the
this.
creme de la creme.
They're looking for the standout.
The fact that he was less than 1% of the class that got the Chancellor's Award.
Yeah, they'll
big
go
deal.
for that.
Big
My
deal.
guess is the Chancellor Award is one of these things that you need. A GPA is part of it, and the other is community service. This guy's very strong, and the other is just being a good guy.
So now his target school is really a dual target.
Okay.
It's Harvard Business School and Harvard Kennedy School.
Yeah, okay.
What do you think of that?
Kennedy School, the guy's a walk-on, okay, or a walk-in, okay. He doesn't have to apply. He could walk into the Kennedy School and explain what they're doing, and they'll say, just sign the application, okay.
And your check.
Yeah, they might come up with some fellowship fund devoted to food security. At Harvard Business School, what we got is a guy presenting a GMAT that's whatever it is, 16 points below their mean.
10 below the median.
10 below the median, and a GPA that's normal, and a job that is good. That is a job from an HBS feeder situation.
Yep.
So this
In
guy's
a hot field, artificial intelligence.
Right. So the guy's stats for Harvard Business School are okay. They're fine. And he also brings to the table a story. He's got a consistent story that he needs to make a little more clear in my book about sustainability, agriculture, food. And he's got a story about a career path that begins with Big Three Consulting, and then he wants to work for he says he wants to work for the Asian. What bank does he want to work for?
Well, it's the equivalent of the World Bank in Asia.
Yeah, well, he should say, I want to work for, this guy is classic World Bank, IFC, Asian Development Bank, stuff like that. So that's a great projection for a dual degree guy.
Yeah.
Because he can make a case for why this guy has a super strong case for why he wants a dual degree.
Now, I know you generally do not favor dual degrees. In this case, you're not suggesting that he should go one place or the other.
I usually don't favor dual degrees because my thinking is you can get almost anything out of the HBS program in 2 years that you can get out of the dual degree program.
Or in his case,
in the things
just
that
the Kennedy School too.
Matter to me, yeah. The things that matter to me, which are meeting influential people, getting a Harvard degree of any kind, and getting a job. This guy, let me say this. If this guy doesn't get into Harvard Business School and just gets into Harvard Kennedy School, it's
okay.
It's not bad.
He's going to get the McKinsey Bain BCG anyway.
Right.
And then he's going to get the other job after that.
Could be a blessing in disguise, actually.
Will it be a lot cheaper and a lot quicker?
Yeah. Might save him a year and a couple of $100,000.
Now, he might not make the connections he could make at Harvard Business School, but that's a sacrifice he would give up.
This guy is ready to hustle because he knows what he wants and he's got expertise in it. So this guy can identify. If this guy, people don't do this with this amount of premeditation, but what this guy should do if he just got into Kennedy School is draw a list up of 10 people he wants to meet all over Harvard. That's both at the business school, at the college, even the, whatever they call it there, the public health school. That's up this guy's alley.
That's a great idea.
And this guy could meet those people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call hustling.
Okay, what about putting all your chips down on one bet? I don't think that's a great idea. I think he has to have a B or C plan just in case. And what's wrong with a Yale? Because Yale has a great school concentrated on sustainability
you raise
and
a
food
very
security.
Interesting question.
Yep.
let's say he gets into the Kennedy School and doesn't get into HBS and does get into Yale. Sandy's vitriolic advice is what, John?
I don't know, because Yale has a great dual degree program with its school of environmental studies that focuses on sustainability and food security as well.
You might convince me about that. You can get a dual degree at the Kennedy School and a non-Harvard business school. People do that.
Right. Yep.
So if that were the case, maybe go to Yale Business School and go to the Kennedy School. Call me whatever you want to call me. Sandy says, get Harvard on your resume, come hell or high water. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Okay, I'm going to ask you for odds in two different ways.
Oh, boy.
What are the odds that this guy gets into both HBS and the Kennedy School?
High.
Okay, 30, 40?
Yeah, 40%, 30 or 40%, yeah.
Okay, and the odds for just the Kennedy School, 50 plus?
Yeah. Oh, boy, this guy's getting into the Kennedy School, unless he does something radical,
All right, Mr. Fulbright, food security, we will see you in Boston.
This is a really solid guy. The write-up he wrote for us was a little ziggy-zaggy. He didn't present himself well.
Yeah, we don't know if you're male or female. We
Right.
don't know your age.
Yeah, beginning with the gender, okay?
Yeah, and that's a little tricky.
Right.
So
when you apply to the schools, there's a question on the application that says age and gender. Fill those out. And also tell them your name and how to contact you.
Exactly. Well, good luck to you. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants, and
The HBSGuru, adios and shalom.
we'll see you on the road to business school.